And honestly, I still remember the exact moment I knew my English sounded like a textbook. I opened my mouth, and it was like a robot was speaking for me.
Wait, tell them what happened.
Okay, so, hey everyone, welcome to Door to English. I'm Sam.
And I'm Emma. And Sam, that story, that's actually perfect, because today's episode is exactly about that feeling.
Right, that feeling of, I know the words, I know the grammar, but something is missing.
So here's a question for you, right at the start. Have you ever said a perfectly correct sentence in English, and it still felt stiff, kind of lifeless? Tell us in the comments. We want to know.
Because today, we're giving you 7 habits that fix exactly that.
Okay, so let's start with the big idea for today. There are really 2 versions of English.
2 versions?
Yes, there's what I call formal mode. That's the English from grammar books, from exams, from the English your teacher corrected in red pen.
Oh, I know formal mode very well.
And then there's human mode. That's the English real people actually use, in real kitchens, in real coffee shops, in real arguments with their siblings.
Give an example.
Okay, formal mode. I am not certain what you are referring to.
Very correct. Very cold.
Human mode. I'm not sure what you mean.
Oh, that's so much warmer.
Same meaning, completely different feeling. And here's the thing. Most learners spend years perfecting formal mode, and nobody ever teaches them human mode.
And that's not your fault, by the way. Nobody tells you this in school.
Not at all. Schools teach you the grammar of a language. They don't always teach you the personality of it.
The personality of English. I like that.
So today, we're not teaching you new grammar. You already have the grammar. We're teaching you 7 habits, small, doable habits, that switch your brain from formal mode into human mode.
And here's a question, honestly just for you to sit with for a second. Which mode do you think you're stuck in right now? Formal or human?
No pressure, just notice it.
Because once you notice it, you can start to shift it. And that shift, that's really what fluency feels like. It's not about knowing more words. It's about letting the words you already have sound alive.
Alive. That's exactly it. So let's get into the 7 habits, one at a time. No rush. We'll explain each one, give you real examples, and practice together.
And one more thing before we start. You don't need to change everything at once. Even one habit, practiced consistently, will...
One habit at a time. That's more than enough.
Ready?
Ready. Let's go.
Okay, habit number 1. And this one is so simple, but it changes everything. Use contractions.
Contractions. Okay, let's define this for anyone who isn't sure. A contraction is when you take 2 words and squeeze them together. You use an apostrophe, that little floating comma.
Like I am becomes I'm, do not becomes don't.
Exactly. And here's a confession. When I first learned English, I said the full words all the time. I do not know, I cannot come. I thought it sounded more correct.
Say that again. You thought full words sounded more correct?
I did. I genuinely thought using the short version was somehow lazy, like cutting corners.
Oh, I did the exact same thing. I remember saying, I am going to the store to a friend, so carefully, and she just looked at me a little confused.
Because native speakers barely ever say it that way in casual conversation. They say, I'm going to the store. It's not lazy. It's just how the language actually breathes.
How the language breathes. I love that. Okay, let's give some quick examples. Instead of I am tired, say,
I'm tired.
Instead of she is not coming.
She isn't coming.
Instead of we will be late.
We'll be late.
Say that again for our listeners. We'll be late.
We'll be late. Nice and smooth.
And listeners, here's your permission slip for today. Using full words isn't wrong. It's not a mistake. But if you want your English to feel more human, more relaxed, contractions are step 1.
You're not broken if you've been saying the full words. You just didn't know this habit yet. Now you do.
So here's a little challenge. Next time you speak English today, even just once, catch yourself and use a contraction on purpose.
Small habit, big difference.
And here's the funny part. I actually practiced this in front of a mirror once, just repeating I'm, until it stopped feeling weird in my mouth.
Did that actually help?
It did. Because contractions aren't really a grammar problem, they're a habit problem. Your brain already knows the rule, It just needs the repetition to feel automatic.
That's such a good point. It's muscle memory almost, like learning to ride a bike.
Exactly like that. You don't think about balance once your body knows it, and eventually, you won't think about I'm versus I am either. It just comes out.
Okay, habit 2. And this one might surprise you. Let yourself pause with sound.
You mean filler words? Like and
Exactly. And I know what a lot of learners think. Filler words are mistakes. I should avoid them completely.
I used to believe that too. I used to force myself to speak in perfectly clean sentences, no pauses at all.
And how did that feel?
Honestly, exhausting. And a little strange, actually. Like I was reciting something instead of talking.
That's exactly the trap. Real conversation has texture. It has little thinking sounds. Well, you know.
Give us an example of, well, in a sentence.
Well, I think the problem is it gives you a tiny second to organize your thought, and it sounds completely natural.
Say that again. Well, I think the problem is...
Well, I think the problem is we forget that hesitation is human, not embarrassing.
Hesitation is human, not embarrassing. That might be my favorite line today.
Now, balance matters. If you say like every 3 words, it gets distracting.
Right? We're not saying overload every sentence. A few filler words, sprinkled naturally, that's the goal.
Exactly. And listeners, here's the emotional part of this habit. Stop punishing yourself for pausing. A pause doesn't mean you're bad at English. It means you're thinking in real time in a second language. That's actually impressive.
It really is. So today's challenge, the next time you're speaking and you don't know the word immediately, don't panic. Just say or well and keep going.
Give yourself that permission.
There's something else here too. Silence itself isn't really the problem. It's tense silence that feels awkward. A relaxed tells the other person, I'm still here, I'm still thinking, instead of just going quiet and making them wonder what happened.
Ooh, I like that distinction. Filler words are basically a signal, not a mistake.
Exactly. It's you keeping the connection open while your brain catches up.
And listeners, if you've ever felt embarrassed pausing mid-sentence in English, just know, native speakers do this constantly too. Listen closely next time you hear real, unscripted English. It's full of these little sounds.
Okay, habit 3, and I think this is one people forget completely. React out loud.
Meaning?
In a conversation, you're not only speaking, you're also listening. And when you listen, you have to show it.
Back channels. That's a fancy word for the tiny sounds you make while someone else is talking. Like, really? No way.
Yes. And here's something that happened to me. I once told a friend a whole story about getting lost driving, and she just sat there, completely silent, the entire time.
Oh no.
And I actually stopped and asked, "Are you still there?" Because the silence made me think she wasn't interested. But she was. She just didn't know she needed to react.
That's such a good example. Silence, even polite silence, can feel like disconnection in English conversation.
So let's practice. I'll tell a small story, and Emma, you react naturally.
Go for it.
So yesterday, I was walking home, and a bird literally flew into my bag.
Oh my gosh, no way. What did you do?
I just froze for a second, and then it flew right back out.
That's hilarious. Okay, listeners, did you hear that? No way. What did you do? That's hilarious. Those tiny reactions are doing so much work.
They show you're curious, you're engaged, you're a real conversation partner, not an interview panel.
Say that again. Not an interview panel.
Not an interview panel, a real conversation.
So your challenge for this habit, today, when someone tells you anything, even something small, react out loud. Oh, really? Wow, that's crazy. Practice being a mirror for their energy.
And here's something that took me a while to realize. Back channels aren't about performing interest. They're about giving the other person a little proof that you're actually with them, in the moment, not just waiting for your turn to talk.
That's such a warm way to think about it. It's not decoration, it's care in sound form. Habit 4, and I know this one can feel intimidating at first. Speak in phrasal verbs.
Okay, let's define it simply. A phrasal verb is a regular verb plus a small word. Up, out, in, on. And the meaning changes completely.
Like give, we know give, right? Please give me that. But give up?
Completely different. Give up means to stop trying.
Exactly. And here's my honest confession. When I was learning, phrasal verbs genuinely scared me. There are so many, and the meanings don't seem to make sense at first.
I felt the same, but here's the shift that helped me. You don't need to know all of them. You need a small, solid set that you actually use.
Let's give a few figure out to understand or solve something. I couldn't figure out the instructions.
End up, the unexpected result of something. We got lost and ended up at the best restaurant.
Say that again for our listeners. We ended up.
We ended up and run into meeting someone by accident. I ran into my old teacher yesterday.
These small phrases carry so much natural texture. Without them, your English can sound accurate, but a little translated, a little too literal.
Right, because when you avoid phrasal verbs, you tend to use bigger, more formal words instead, and it pulls you back into formal mode.
So here's your permission slip. You don't have to master every phrasal verb in English. Pick 5, just 5. Use them this week until they feel like yours.
Figure out, end up, run into, give up, come up with. Start there.
Small set, real use. That's the habit.
And honestly, once you learn one or two, you start noticing them everywhere. In shows, in songs, in conversations with friends. Your brain starts collecting them naturally, without you forcing it.
It's like once you learn a word, you suddenly see it everywhere. It was probably always there. You just hadn't learned to notice it yet.
Habit 5. Soften your words.
Tell us what that means.
So, in English, we rarely say things in a completely blunt, direct way. We use small, softening words. Kind of, sort of, a little bit.
Give an example.
Instead of "it's difficult," you say "it's kind of difficult."
Say that again. Kind of difficult.
Kind of difficult. It sounds gentler, more honest, less dramatic.
I actually learned this one the hard way. I once told a coworker, very directly, "Your plan is wrong," and the room went quiet.
Oh no.
I meant it professionally, but in English, that sentence lands very hard. What I should have said was, "I think the plan might be a little bit off. Maybe we could look at it again."
Softer, but the meaning is still there.
Exactly. Softening isn't about being dishonest. It's about being human, leaving room for the other person.
Leaving room for the other person. I like that a lot.
Let's give a few more. I'm a little bit worried about the exam. It's sort of confusing. I'm kind of tired today.
And listeners, notice, these are informal. There's a more formal version, slightly, but in daily conversation, kind of, and a little bit, do most of the work.
So here's the permission part of this habit. You don't need to sound like a legal document to be taken seriously. Softening your words doesn't make you weak. It makes you sound considerate.
Try it today. Take one strong opinion you have and say it with kind of or a little bit in front of it.
Watch how different it feels.
And this one honestly changed how people responded to me at work. Once I started softening my sentences just slightly, people seemed more open, more relaxed talking back to me.
Because softening isn't hiding your opinion. It's opening a door for a conversation instead of closing one. Habit 6, and this is one people almost never talk about. Ride the rhythm of English.
The rhythm?
Yes. English has a very specific music. Not every word is stressed equally. Important words, nouns, verbs, key ideas. We say louder and longer. Small connecting words, a, the, of. We say quickly and quietly.
Give an example.
I love your jacket. The important words are love and jacket. Those are strong. I and your almost disappear.
Say that again slowly so we can hear it.
I love your jacket. Hear how love and jacket stand out?
I do. If you say every word with the same weight, it sounds robotic.
Exactly. And here's something that surprised me when I first noticed it. Small words often blend together completely. A cup of coffee doesn't sound like 4 separate words. It sounds almost like a cup of coffee.
Same with salt and pepper. It becomes salt and pepper.
This is called reduction, and native speakers do it constantly, without even thinking about it.
So here's the encouraging part. You don't need perfect pronunciation of every sound to sound natural. You need the rhythm right. Stress the important words. Let the small words move fast.
Even if you still make small grammar mistakes, if your rhythm is close to natural, people relax when they listen to you. It just feels easier for them.
Let the music come through.
I love that line. So your challenge, take one sentence today, and instead of saying every word equally, really lean into the important words. Let the small ones fly by.
And don't worry about getting the reduction perfect right away. Just start by noticing it when you hear it. In a show, in a song, in a conversation. Your ear will train itself before your mouth catches up.
The ear leads, the mouth follows. That's basically how rhythm gets learned.
Okay, so now let's do something fun. A short, real conversation using everything we just talked about. Contractions, filler words, reactions, phrasal verbs, softening, rhythm, and emotion.
Perfect, let's do it. About planning a weekend trip. Something totally normal.
I'll start. Emma, I've been thinking, I kind of want to get away this weekend. Somewhere different.
Oh, really? Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. I've been stuck inside all week. I could really use a change of scenery.
Exactly. So I was wondering, would you want to come with me? We could figure out the details together.
I'd be happy to. Where were you thinking?
Well, I thought about the coast, but it might be a little bit cold this time of year. Maybe the mountains instead. I'm not totally sure.
The mountains sound amazing, actually. And by the way, remember that little town we ended up in last year, completely by accident?
Oh my gosh, yes. We got so lost and we ended up there, and it turned out to be the best day of the whole trip.
I couldn't believe how beautiful it was. I've been really looking forward to going back sometime.
Well, how about this weekend then? We could come up with a simple plan, pack some food, take the scenic route.
Honestly, that sounds perfect. No worries about hotels or anything fancy. We could just do a quick day trip.
That makes sense. Less stressful, way easier to plan.
Totally. And you know what? I ran into Sarah yesterday, and she mentioned she'd love to come next time we go somewhere.
Oh, Sarah. Yeah, for sure. The more the merrier.
Perfect. And, one more thing. Should we leave early, or is that kind of a lot?
No, I actually think early is better. We'll figure out breakfast on the way. No big deal.
Sounds good to me. Great. Then it's settled. I'm really looking forward to it.
Me too. I can't wait.
Okay, listeners, did you catch all of that? Let's point out a few things quickly. I kind of want to get away. That's habit 5, softening. I could really use a change of scenery, natural rhythm and stress on the important words.
I'd be happy to, polite and warm. We ended up there, and I ran into Sarah. Phrasal verbs, habit 4. Oh my gosh, yes. And I couldn't believe it. That's habit 7, real emotion in the voice.
And all those small reactions throughout. Oh, really? Yeah, totally. That's habit 3, reacting out loud.
It didn't feel like a lesson while we were saying it, right? It just felt like two friends planning a trip.
Exactly. And that's the whole point. These habits aren't extra work. They're just what a real, relaxed conversation already sounds like.
Okay, now it's your turn. Let's do some quick practice together. Think about your answer, and if you can, say it out loud, even if you're alone right now.
Question 1. Think of something small that happened to you this week. A mistake, a surprise, anything. Now describe it using a phrasal verb.
For example, I couldn't figure out my new phone for a few minutes, and I ended up calling customer support.
See how natural that sounds? Now you try, in your head or out loud.
Question 2. Someone tells you, "Sorry, I forgot to text you back." How do you respond? Using one of today's small phrases.
You could say, "No worries at all, it happens." Or, "Oh, don't worry about it, that's totally fine."
Say your version out loud. Really.
Question 3. Think about something you're genuinely excited about. A trip, an event, even just the weekend. Now say it with real emotion in your voice, using an intensifier.
Like, I am so excited for the weekend, I honestly can't wait.
Feel that energy in your voice as you say it. Don't hold back.
And question 4, the last one. Take a strong opinion you have about anything, food, a movie, your job, and soften it using kind of or a little bit.
For example, I kind of think pineapple belongs on pizza. Controversial, I know.
Very controversial. But say your own sentence now. Softened.
Listeners, this part matters more than it seems. Speaking out loud, even alone, even to your phone, even to your mirror. It's how these habits move from your head into your mouth.
Your brain and your mouth need to practice together. Just reading isn't enough.
So don't skip this part. Pause the video if you need to, and actually say your answers.
Okay, before we finish, let's do a slow, clear review of all 7 habits. We'll go through them one more time, nice and calm, so they really stick.
Follow along and repeat with us if you can.
Habit 1. Contract everything.
Contract everything. Use I'm, don't, will. Let the words connect naturally.
Habit 2. Let yourself pause.
Let yourself pause. Well. Hesitation is human, not embarrassing.
Habit 3. React out loud.
React out loud? Oh, really? No way. That's hilarious. Show them you're listening.
Habit 4. Speak in phrasal verbs.
Speak in phrasal verbs. Figure out, end up, run into, small set, real use.
Habit 5. Soften your words.
Soften your words. Kind of, sort of, a little bit. Leave room for the other person.
Habit 6. Ride the rhythm.
Ride the rhythm. Stress the important words. Let the small words move fast. Let the music come through.
Habit 7. Let your voice feel something.
Let your voice feel something. I can't believe it. That's amazing. Match your voice to what you actually feel.
Beautiful. Let's say all 7 together, quickly, one more time.
Contract everything.
Let yourself pause.
React out loud.
Speak in phrasal verbs.
Soften your words.
Ride the rhythm.
Let your voice feel something.
Say those 7 habits to yourself every day, even just once. Slowly, they'll stop being a list, and they'll start being how you naturally speak.
And listeners, you don't need all 7 perfect at once. Pick one, just one, from today, and practice it this week. That's enough.
Small steps, real change.
Okay, we're coming to the end of today's episode, and wow, we covered a lot.
We really did. Contractions, filler words, reactions, phrasal verbs, softening, rhythm, emotion, 7 full habits.
And here's the truth we want to leave you with. None of this is about becoming perfect. It's about becoming natural.
No one speaks perfectly. Not native speakers, not teachers, not us.
Definitely not us.
But when you use these small human habits, people connect with you differently. Conversations start to feel easier, warmer, less like a test.
And that's really why you're learning English in the first place, isn't it? Not to pass an exam, to connect, to be understood fully as yourself.
So if today felt hard, or if you're still speaking in formal mode most of the time, that's okay. You're not behind. You're just at the beginning of a shift, and shifts take a little time.
Be patient with yourself. Every time you practice, even quietly, even alone, you're closer than you were yesterday.
Now, we have a question for you, and we'd really love your answer in the comments.
Out of all 7 habits today, which one do you want to try first? Is it contractions? Filler words? Maybe letting your voice feel something?
Tell us in the comments, and tell us where you're from too. We love reading that.
Your comment might also help someone else watching who needed to hear exactly which habit to start with.
And if this episode helped you even a little, take 1 second and hit that like button, and subscribe if you haven't yet. We make episodes like this regularly, just for you.
Until next time, keep practicing, keep being patient with yourself, and remember,
your English is more alive than you think.
see you next time.
Bye, everyone.